What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Capitol Bourbon. For those that are new to the channel, my name is Steven and we do whiskey here. In today's video, we're going to be exploring 7 of the best liquor stores up in Novi, Michigan while I was there for a week. I had nothing to do besides bourbon hunting and I did a lot of it. Now, Michigan does not control and operate each of the individual liquor stores there. However, they do control the distribution of the bottles and liquor to the stores, which is good because each store has a fair chance of getting the highly allocated, highly sought after bottles, but they're able to price them differently how they see fit, whether it's at the state minimum or even a little bit above that, which is good for us as a visitor because we're able to see some more rare and allocated bottles, as well as just bottles that Virginia doesn't have on our distribution down here. And this is because the pricing is differently, as well as just the system and distribution in general. They source different bottles and have those sitting on their shelves. Now, I know this video is already a tad long, but trust me, it's well worth it. I already cut around 5 different liquor stores that didn't make my criteria for selection, variety, or having that rare allocated bottle that we want to show here on this YouTube channel. I also didn't want to make a part 2 just for hunting. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so starting off at our first store here, Novi Party Store in Novi, Michigan. Here we got the 1792 foolproof store pick, as well as 3 barrel store picks. One's finished in apricot, one's cast strength, and this one here is their rye single barrel. Got some Woodensville, haven't tried that yet. Let me know if I should though. Old Elk, not a huge fan of Old Elk, but this store pick might be something different. Was thinking about picking that one up. Some Yellowstone here. Traverse City whiskey, coming from Traverse City, Michigan. Got the Rebel cast strength store pick. Some Heaven's Door here as well. Maker's Mark. This one here is the Chocolate Thunder. Not a huge fan of chocolate in the whiskey, so gonna skip on that one. Nulu, we got the Nulu Toasted store pick and the Nulu regular bourbon there. And then coming over here, we have the Jefferson's Reserve store pick, as well as Filibuster, which is coming out of Virginia, only about an hour from me. Went to that distillery, tried it before. I do like their products. Had their 5-year bourbon, which was amazing there. Over here, we got the Knob Creek store picks and the ryes, mainly Traverse City. Detroit City Straight Rye, that's an interesting one. We're only in Novi, which is about an hour outside Detroit. High West, some Whistle Pigs. Elijah Craig Ryes, some Jack Daniels here as well. We're thinking about the single barrel store pick here, but yeah, decided not to get it yet. And here we are again with the foolproof, the 1792 foolproof store pick. Very tempting on that one. Baker 7 years, 4 months it looks like right there. We got some Dickel, staying away from that. Again, some High West cast strength and some Old Scout. Heard some things about the Old Scout, not too much to pick it up though. Old Soul here, I probably should have picked up one of those. I didn't at the time, I'm not sure why. We got some Old Pepper Rye. That would have been a good one to pick up. Some single barrels here from New Riff. I don't believe this one's a store pick though, but great bottle nonetheless. All right, and then continuing on here to the rest of the store. Some bottles that got on the shelf here. Widow Jane Lucky 13, I believe that's going for $125 there. Would like to pick that up, but at that price, can't really justify it. Some Hirsch here. I do see these around. Haven't had the opportunity to try one yet, but heard some good things about that too. Russell's 10, Elijah Craig barrel proofs back there. Thomas Moore's here. They got, looks like the full lineup of that. Let's see, this is batch B524. Already got one of those. Great batch, fantastic if you haven't tried that. Highly recommend it. Does drink a little hotter, but the flavor definitely makes up for it. Some more barrels here, Armada and Dovetail. Penelope Rosé Cask Finish. Not a huge fan of Rosé, so staying away from that one a little bit. Architects, as well as the barrel strength here. Detroit City 4-grain there. Black Maple Hill, heard some disappointing facts about that one. Kentucky Owl. And here we go, we got the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend up there. That's a rare one. Some more of the Traverse City here. Looks like we got the full lineup. Even the cast strength there, I believe. And Michigan Apple, barrel proof. Iron Fish, that's an interesting one. Bardstown, we got the Series 11. Such a great bottle right there. Highly recommend it. And here we got the Discovery Series number 7. Don't have that one. That would be an interesting one to pick up as well. Add that to the collection. the rest of Bardstown Collaborative Series there, some Green River, and some interesting bottles I haven't really seen before, so that's always good to see and hunt for. Some more Barrel Gold Label Seagrass, as well as some more Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend. Can't find that really in Virginia where I'm from. As well as some more Barrel. Looks like they have a lot of Barrel here. Looks like this is the Cask Strength batch number 31. One of my favorite YouTubers, Everyday Drinker, highly recommends that one, so might be picking up that one. Buffalo Trace White Dog, that's basically Buffalo Trace distillate that's not aged in any sort of barrel. Then over here we got some Irish whiskeys, some scotches, Basil Hayden's as always, some more Old Forester over here, the standard bottles, some Yellowstone, Detroit City Honey Barrel. I haven't had a honey barrel before, so that's an interesting pickup there. Again, here's Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B524. And just want to show you real quick that they did have some Buffalo Trace hidden in the back there for a good price as well. And actually when I came back to the store, they were all gone. Our second store of the day is Novi Fine Wine and Liquor, again in Novi, Michigan. This store has some really interesting and really cool and actually pretty rare bottles, but unfortunately most of the prices are at secondary or frankly above secondary there. Just going through this picture here real quick, that's all I was able to get. At the top shelf, we do have 2 Blood Oaths, I believe Pack 8 and Pack 9, 2022 and 2023. Not sure the prices on there. To the right of that, we have 3 Woodford's Masters Collection, the Bookers as always, Buffalo Trace there. This is when you know to leave a store. The Buffalo Trace here is at $60 for a 750 milliliter bottle. We had the 1792, I believe that's the 12-year there for $300. Maple Hill again. If you're a fan, you watched my previous video, you would know I love the Maker's Mark's wood finishing series, and they happen to have one that I don't have in my collection, which is the 2020 SE4 XPR5. Unfortunately, it's sitting at $150, and yeah, absolutely not justifying that price to try that, even though I heard it's a really good one, really sweet one, just my palate, just can't justify that here. And there again is a Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend. This bottle is actually made in Michigan, so we do actually see it quite often here in Michigan when I'm visiting for work. But at $500, that's insane. The previous store that we just saw had it for $200. And actually, I think most stores have it for around $200 as that's the state minimum there. A little hard to see it there, but there's a Michter's 10 Rye actually next to the cigar blend going for $600. All right, and then this little glass cabinet they have sitting in the corner of the store. They do have some rare Jack Daniel's releases here. They have the 10-year, the 12-year, the Eric Church edition, the single barrel special release bourbon, as well as the twice barreled special release American single malt. Didn't even bother asking prices on the 10 and 12 year or the Eric Church as they weren't labeled. Just look at the prices there on the special release and the single malt. Special release I believe is at $200 and single malt there is at $600. So yeah, definitely not asking that. And to the right of that, even a little bit more special, we have the single barrel special release barrel proof rye coming in at 131.3 proof, I believe. That one there is sitting at $700. And then we got the legendary Coy Hill here sitting at 137.4 proof. I do believe that's the lowest end of the Coy Hills that they release. I believe the proof ranges from 137 all the way up to 148. This one's slightly below hazmat. The price is not marked there either. Didn't even bother to ask. Probably gonna be astronomical. And they have every right to price these how they want. You know, they're an individual store, but I also have the right not to buy them. And it's just a shame that they're sitting on the shelves here collecting dust, and probably will be for a very long time. But nonetheless, happy to see these on the shelves. Kind of made the trip worth it. Okay, our third store here, Good Time Party Store in Northville, Michigan. Starting off with some RD1 bottles here. The green one finished in Amparana. I heard it's a good one, but for $70, waiting to pick that one up. Here we got some of their bottles right in front that they're trying to advertise. The Jack Daniel's McLaren edition. Heard a lot of good things about Hard Truth. That's the sweet wheat there. Might be picking up that one. Over here, we have their store pick of the Detroit City Honey Barrel. I heard this is a really good one as well. They highly recommended it. Very light, very sweet. Haven't had a honey barrel yet, as I mentioned before, so we'll try this one. And here's the local Michigan stuff here. We got the Detroit City, the Traverse City again, as well as this Iron Fish, Lone Light Spirits, that's an interesting one. I believe they recommend this one. Aged in American Oak, looks like, for 50 bucks. Traverse City Single Barrel. All right, and these are the bottles that they have on the shelf in the back here. They have Old Tub for 25 bucks. For that price, you cannot beat that. It's a great bottle. There's a Clyde Mays Straight Bourbon Whiskey Special Reserve. I think that's coming in at 60 bucks there. Good price for that bottle as well. Here's some more here. The Elvis. I don't know if that's a gimmick or a good bottle, but yeah, I need to do some research on that one before I pick that one up. Looks like they have the new riffs there, the single barrel, which again, definitely worth the pickup. All right, and here we are at Leonia Liquor and Fine Wine in Leonia, Michigan. I want to say that the employees at this store are extremely friendly and they have a ton of great store picks, so highly recommend coming here. The Bardstown Discovery Series, not sure exactly which one that is. They have the full, almost a full lineup of Calumet there, including the 15-year, 16-year as well. They also have some barrel cast strengths there. I forget what cast strength batch that was. The very old Bartons they have on the bottom shelf there. They also have 3 hard truths here. That first one there is a sweet mash rye, I believe mash bill number 1. The middle one there I believe is malted, and the one that ends is a chocolate mash rye. They did say the chocolate one is extremely popular, and this is their last bottle. Fox and Odin, also made by Joseph Magnus and that brand, also coming from Michigan. Heard some good things about this one. Might be a pickup. Next time I'll have to pick up one though. I haven't had these Catcher Ryes before. The labels there are very interesting. Let me know if I should have picked one of these guys up. Most stores in Michigan have this, which is the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Rye. Highly recommend if you haven't had it before. Try to look for the bottles which is above 130 proof. A lot of them are, but those ones tend to be a little better in my opinion. And of course, again, let me know if I'm missing anything here and I should have picked it up or called it out. All right, and here we are at their single barrel section. First up, looks like we have some flavored vodka, summertime vodkas, made by, looks like Iron Fish, which is a whiskey distillery here. Haven't tried one of those yet. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Batch B524 showing up again. You can find that almost everywhere in Michigan. Here we have the Buffalo Trace store pick. There's both bottles in 1 liter and in 750 milliliters. For 33 bucks, really not a bad price. I'm definitely gonna pick one of these guys up. Also Yellowstone pick here. Did try that out, extremely good, and definitely picked one up as well. Here we got Clyde Mays store pick, aged 5 years. Haven't tried a Clyde Mays yet, as well as the Ezra Books cast strength store pick. And here's Elijah Craig single barrel private barrel coming at 94 proof. Definitely would prefer the barrel strength ones there. And finally here we got the Rebel cast strength store pick single barrel. These guys are so good. If you haven't tried one of these Rebels yet, definitely try one of these Rebels. And again, here's that Yellowstone pick coming at 115 proof, it looks like. All right, so our next store here is Bottles and Stuff in Livonia, Michigan. And I love this store because, you know, there's bottles everywhere. You kind of have to really go searching for them. There's a Knob Creek 9-year single barrel, Calumet 15. They get all the Old Foresters here as well, even the Ryes, McKenna 10. Still need to pick up that bottle one day. Bullet 12-year for 55 bucks. One of the best values that you can find for a 12-year rye. Larceny Batch B522, a little old one there coming from 2022. And you see what I mean? There's just bottles on the ground, bottles everywhere. Really love this store. Gotta really actually go hunting at this store. Heaven's Door, Exploration. There we got Booker's 2, all the new riffs. 2XO, the Tribute Blend, which is, yeah, a blend of different whiskeys there. Elijah Craig's, here's another Elijah Craig B524. Old Tub again there at the bottom. Heaven Hill here. Baker 7. There's a Discovery Series. Not sure which Discovery Series that is, but for $130, that's a pretty good price. Let's see, this is Discovery Series number 6. Okay, and then we got the Maker's Mark BEP. Love this bottle. If you haven't had this, definitely pick it up if you can still find it for 70 bucks. That's a great price. I think it's just right at MSRP. Hard to find that bottle anymore. There we go, we got some more new riffs on the ground there. Wilderness Trail, that's definitely a craft one. Highly recommend buying that one too if you haven't yet. Can't find it that much. And here we got Bear Fight. Haven't seen this one before. It's got 96 points. Another Rebel cast strength single barrel pick. Love those bottles. Most of them are just brown sugar. Woodson, haven't seen that bottle before. Buffalo Trace here for 35 bucks, not too bad. They also have the small one there for 17, as well as Varial Barton. Another single barrel Elijah Craig here. These are usually pretty good, can't really go wrong. I've had a few of them and never went wrong. A Maker's Mark barrel pick there as well for 80 bucks. Templeton Rise are pretty good right there. The Templeton Rye for 45 bucks, that's definitely a good price. We also have another Widow Jane Lucky 13 for 126. Seems to be the state's minimum. Wise Man, haven't seen this one before too. I wonder if it's local there. Let me know if you had that before. Yellowstone 101 proof. First time I'm seeing that bottle. Looks like it's from 2022, as well as some more Yellowstones right there. Filibuster again. There's a bottle and bond. Highly recommend that bottle, really good. More Detroit City here. It looks like they got everything. Some Remus aged 6 year. Again, here's the Catcher and Rise from the last store too. Haven't picked one of these up for that price. Need to do some more research. And at the bottom here we have, looks like a J. Riddle. Some more Traverse City there as well. There's a Hard Truth again, the Sweet Mash Rye. Elvis, classic Elvis. I think it's just a gimmick bottle, but if it's good, actually let me know. RD1's there again. And wanted to include a clip of this. I think I zoomed over it real quick, but here we got the Murray Hill Club special release, as well as I believe the cigar blenders in the store as well as the Fox and Odin's there. The Murray Hill Club special release was a bottle you could find in Virginia, however I missed out on it, and definitely pick up one of these for 200 bucks. As you can see, the Murray Hill Club is actually made in Holland, Michigan, so maybe that's why they're so apparent here. Same for Joseph Magnus and these Fox and Odin's as well. And yeah, let me know if the Fox and Odin's any good. Might be picking up the Double Oak one next time in Michigan. For 100 bucks, you know, it doesn't look like that bad. I don't see an age statement on it. All right, and our final liquor store of the day here, Brass Mug Liquor in Leonia, Michigan. Starting out strong with the Duke. Founders Reserve, it's a rye whiskey, as well as all the Redwood Empires, including the cast strengths. We have Widow Jane, aged 15 year here. First time seeing that for 300 bucks, as well as a 13 year for 125. Again, that's state minimum. All the Jefferson's Reserve you could want there. Got some Russells here, Angel's Envy, and then the bottom shelf stuff, Wild Turkey. It's also Kentucky Spirit I'm seeing now right there. Probably not a Camp Nelson one. Noble here. Let me know if you had that before, if I should have bought that. Here's all the barrels. They got the Seagrass as well as the Dovetail. Both those are gold label. They also got the grade label there of the Seagrass. Batch 31 of the cast strength barrel there. We've seen that one before in this video. Really all the old elks here. No price on cigar cut. Was interested on that and the double wheat. Basically all the Tom's House S'mores here as well. Here we go, all the High West. There's a Knob Creek cask strength rye whiskey. Haven't had that one before, haven't seen that one before. Maybe that was a pickup that I missed. Some more McKenna 10 here, as well as Old Tub for $25. Jim Beam Single Barrel. I did end up picking up that one. Gonna give it a try here soon. Some more Catcher's Rye. More Baker 7 years and 5 months there it looks like. There's an Evan Williams single barrel for 80 bucks. That's definitely overpriced. I think the MSRP on that is around 30 bucks, maybe 35 now, but yeah, for 80 bucks, that's a pass for me. Larsen's here, we got batch B524. This is one I haven't seen before, Jack Daniel's number 27 gold maple finish. Looked up some reviews on that, and yeah, very heavy on the maple there. Mythology, that's a cool looking bottle. Gemma Kentucky, that one's missing. I wonder why. Guess you'll have to look in the next video to find out. Old Peppers there on the top left. We got the rye and the bourbon. Here's another Joseph Manning cigar blend for $2.50. Definitely a little higher than we've seen before, as well as a Murray Hill Club special release for $2.20. Also a little bit higher than we've seen before, but not too bad really. Old Soul there. Probably should have picked up one of those, but let me know. Still haven't picked up a Sagamore Rye yet, even though they're in Maryland. Just haven't had the chance to yet, or the funds to. Lucky Sevens, haven't gone into that yet either. The hard truths here seem to be widely available in Michigan. Bardstown Fusion Series number 7. Haven't tried any of the Fusion Series yet, but willing to. I love the Discovery Series, and we got a Discovery Series number 6 here. Might end up digging into that Fusion Series and see what that's about. I know it's definitely less on the age statement. But yeah, you got all the Bardstowns here, the collaboratives, the limited edition ones as well. Fox and Odin's there again. We've seen them in many other stores so far. Nulu, looks like we got some store picks here for the reserve as well as the toasted small batch. Toasted small batch, I think that's around the normal price there for a store pick toasted Nulu. Whistle Pigs, if you're into that, they got everything. They even got the camp stock wheat whiskey here. That's probably one I probably should have picked up as well. Buffalo Trace 175 for $75 and the small one for $35. Not too bad. Got the Ben Holidays there. The Westward single malts. Haven't tried these, heard good things about them. Let me know still if you think they're good whiskeys. Next time I'll see them, I'll have to pick them up. I think one of them dropped at the local Virginia ABCs, so I might have to pick up that one and try it out. Four Roses single barrel OESF. Let's see, on the tag it says OESF is mint, fruity, and full body. Haven't had one of these before, heard they're good. We'll have to wait a little longer to try it out. The Maker's Mark Lucky 7 store pick. Yet again, some more filibuster. Good to see this Virginia company making its way across the country up into Michigan. Knob Creek single barrel there, as well as some Eliza Craig single barrel. These ones are aged 8 years, coming in at 125.8 proof. All right, and our final store of the day is Total Wine & More in Novi, Michigan, starting off with 2XO American Oak. That's one bottle I want to get. Here's a bourbon whiskey, Bank Street, aged 5-year reserved for $35. Seems like a good price. Let me know if you know anything about that. Brick Down There, that's an interesting name for whiskey. We got Buffalo Trace here for $20 for $7.50, and then $16 for the small boy. Amazing price, you cannot beat that. You gotta come to Total Wine & More for that. This First Call whiskey, A Call to the Post, looks like it's won some awards. Bardstown Series 11 for $140. We got some barrel single barrels here. Nice to see that on the shelves at Total Wine. We got Barrel Foundation as well as Barrel Cast Strength Batch 34 and 35. Good to see a few of those on the shelves here. Chestnut Farms, I like how their boxes are at least designed. Kind of a horse ring there. Some Blue Runs here, nice to see those. Chattanooga whiskey. I haven't tried any of these yet. I know some of them are really good. Not sure if those are any in the bottles. Let me know. Interesting name here. Calumet, they got the Calumet 15, not the 16 though. Coppercraft in Holland, Michigan. I like supporting local ones, so let me know if next time I'm here and you pick that up. I do come to Michigan somewhat for work. Heaven Hill there at the bottom. $17.76 made by James E. Pepper. for 30 bucks. I know about the decanter series. I know that one's getting pretty good reviews. Not sure about this bottle here. We'll have to do some more research. A lot more Ironfish, definitely made in Michigan. Lots of varieties here, maple finish, Caribbean rum, stout finish. Probably should have picked up a few just to try it out. Kings Creek Black Label Tennessee Sour Mash Whiskey, aged 4 years. Jefferson Ocean weeded there, as well as a lot of other Jefferson Oceans, it looks like. America Bourbon. I wonder if that's just a gimmick or if it's actually good. We got some more new Lous right there as well. Some new revs, Lone Light Spirits, there it is again. Definitely a Michigan made one that was recommended. Maker's Mark, looks like we got a single barrel here. Those Maker Marks are usually pretty good. Highly recommend picking up a few. Looks like they got all the rare Old Elks, including the cigar cut for $130, the double wheat for $100. Might have to pick this one up too. RD1s, and they actually have 4 today. Looks like there's a maple one there and the brown label. Still Austin, this is a very popular one. Here we got the cast string Still Austin. I'm definitely gonna pick up one of these for 65 bucks. That's a must pick up, as well as the regular bourbon right there. Michigan Reserve Bourbon Whiskey. Not sure what that's about, but really liking the bottle style. Got Woodford Double Oak store pick right there. Some Virginia distilleries here now, Courage and Conviction. I had a couple of those, wasn't a huge fan, but yeah, they're definitely malty. We got Traveler's Whiskey here. It gets a lot of hate, I understand why, but I still think for 40 bucks it's worth the pickup. It's not offensive, but it's also not bad whiskey. It does lack some flavor though, I will admit. Here we go into the Rise, more Sagamore Rise, as well as Pikesville. I picked this up at a Virginia ABC allocated drop and I absolutely love it. I'm usually not a big fan of Rise, but that one is top notch and I enjoy drinking it. Mayor Pingree Rye Whiskey. Now I've heard some interesting things about this one. We've seen it in a few stores here. I read a review that it was disappointing, so decided not to pick it up today. Okay, and here at the glass cabinet, we can see some barrels here. We got some gold labels on the left, the Seagrass and Dovetail, as well as some gray labels. Got the Kentucky Owl in the glass case, Jack Daniel's Sinatra. You got some high-age Whistle Pigs here, as well as the Bardstown Collaborative Series. All right, now I hope you enjoyed that bourbon hunt as much as I did. Visit a lot of stores, a lot more that even showed here. Chat with a lot of the store owners, a lot of employees, enthusiasts, and a lot of friendly people up there in Michigan. Did a lot of hunting, and also, yes, a lot of buying of bottles. In total, I bought around 20 different bottles while hunting up there in Michigan. And if you like this, then please stick around, as we'll be showing that in my July bottle haul video, where I'll include all those bottles, plus a lot more that I acquired throughout the month of July. It should be an exciting video as I grabbed a few of my unicorns and highly desirable bottles. And to not miss that content, please like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment down below. I want content you'd like to see, whether it's blinds, tastings, more bourbon hunts, some reviews. I'm willing to make any of that. Also, please leave your feedback on how you'd like to see these videos improved, as I'm still new to this. And until next time, happy hunting.